Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The buzz around the NFL just got louder, and this time it's echoing straight out of Las Vegas. The Raiders have made headlines once again, landing a key piece that fans have been begging for. Linebacker KYZIR White. Yeah, that KYZIR White, the same defensive enforcer who's been lighting up highlight reels with bone-crushing tackles and sideline-to-sideline hustle. Reports say White has officially signed with the Raiders, and insiders are already whispering that he's not just coming in to fill a gap. He's here to command the entire linebacker room. The Raiders have long struggled to find that true leader in the middle, someone who not only plays hard but sets the tone for the entire defense. White's intensity, football IQ, and leadership qualities might just be the spark this team needs to bring that old-school Raiders swagger back to life. People close to the team are already saying the atmosphere in the locker room has shifted, that guys are walking taller, practicing harder, and starting to believe again. It's not just another signing. It feels like a statement. KYZIR White is stepping in as the man, and the silver and black faithful are ready to rally behind him like never before. If you've been following the Raiders over the past few seasons, you know defense has been the Achilles heel of this team. The offense? Explosive at times. The defense? Inconsistent, out of sync, and often just missing that one dude who can pull everyone together. That's why this KYZIR White signing has everyone talking. He's not just a linebacker, he's a mentality. A player who talks with his pads, who commands respect by example. Remember his time with the Chargers? White was known for reading plays before they even developed, cutting through blocks, and wrapping up ball carriers like a seasoned veteran. Then with Arizona, he took his game to another level, emerging as one of the most dependable tacklers in the NFC West. The Raiders clearly saw what many teams didn't, a field general who understands how to control the tempo of the game. The idea now is to build the defense around him, to let his instincts guide a young, hungry unit that's desperate to prove itself. It's the kind of move that could reshape not just the defense, but a whole season's outlook. Insiders are already hinting that White's arrival could change the entire identity of this Raiders defense. From minicamp drills to film study sessions, he's been described as the loudest voice in the room, but not in an annoying way. It's the kind of leadership this locker room has been missing since the days of Khalil Mack. White brings that sense of accountability that every successful defense thrives on. He's reportedly been in the ears of younger players, emphasizing discipline, communication, and effort on every single down. One player even said, "When KYZIR talks, you listen." That's not something you can coach. That's something that comes naturally from respect. And when a guy like that steps onto the field wearing the silver and black, it means business. The defensive coordinator has apparently given White the green light to call audibles and shift coverages pre-snap, a sign of massive trust. If that doesn't tell you how much faith the staff already has in him, nothing will. The buzz around camp isn't about hype, it's about belief, and that might be even more powerful. Fans, of course, are already flooding social media with reactions. Some are cautious because, let's face it, they've seen big-name signings fall flat before, but the majority are fired up. They see White as the missing puzzle piece, the kind of player who can take command when the pressure's on and keep the defense from folding late in games. Raiders Nation has been craving that attitude, that fire that burns through every snap, and KYZIR brings it naturally. One viral fan tweet summed it up perfectly. This defense just got its alpha. You can feel the excitement bubbling in Las Vegas. Jerseys are already being ordered, podcasts are breaking down the move frame by frame, and everyone's debating how soon this signing can pay off. The vibe is electric, almost like a prelude to something big. The Raiders haven't had a true defensive identity in years, but with White leading the charge, that narrative could change faster than anyone expects. If he delivers like people believe he will, this could be the start of a new era for the silver and black defense. What's fascinating is how this move might ripple through the rest of the roster. The defensive line suddenly looks more dangerous when you've got someone like White behind them reading plays and cleaning up anything that slips through. The secondary 2. Benefits from a guy who can drop back in coverage and trust his instincts to make a play. You can already see a more connected unit forming, one that doesn't rely on individual brilliance, but on collective discipline. The Raiders have needed that cohesion for so long, someone who can tie all three levels of the defense together. Coaches reportedly love his adaptability. Whether it's blitz packages, man coverage, or zone reads, White can do it all without breaking stride. And in a division loaded with offensive firepower, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Russell Wilson still lurking, having a linebacker who can think and react at that level is a game changer. It's not about hype anymore. It's about substance. And the Raiders, for once, seem to have made a move that actually fits the long-term vision instead of just chasing a flashy name. Behind the scenes, sources say this signing came together quicker than most expected. Apparently, KYZIR White had multiple suitors lined up, but the Raiders made the most aggressive push. They didn't just sell him on money. They sold him on leadership, legacy, and the chance to leave his mark on one of the NFL's most storied franchises. Reports mention that during his first meeting with coaches, White spoke passionately about wanting to be part of something real, something that wasn't just about stats, but about culture. That struck a chord. The Raiders have always been known for their grit, their rebellion, their pride in doing things differently. White fits that mold perfectly, a grinder, not a talker, but someone whose presence speaks volumes. As he begins this new chapter, expectations are sky high, but the excitement is genuine. This isn't just another off-season headline. This feels like a turning point. The silver and black might have just found their new defensive heartbeat, and with KYZIR White leading the way, the NFL better start paying attention to what's brewing in the desert. Whispers are starting to spread that this move wasn't just about football. It was about culture. Insiders close to the Raiders organization have said that bringing in KYZIR White represents a deeper shift in mentality, one that's been building quietly behind the scenes. The Raiders' front office, after years of inconsistency, finally seems determined to build something sustainable. White embodies that philosophy. He's not flashy. He's not looking for the spotlight. He's looking for results. And that's the message they want to send throughout the locker room. There's a new standard being set, and it's about accountability and consistency. Reports say White's already been organizing player-only meetings, setting up film sessions after practice, and encouraging rookies to stay late to study tape. That kind of initiative doesn't go unnoticed. Coaches love it, veterans respect it, and the younger guys feed off it. In a league where leadership is often hard to find, the Raiders may have stumbled upon a diamond that doesn't just play hard but raises the entire team's standard. That's how cultures change, quietly, intentionally, and from within. And let's be real, Raider Nation thrives on characters who play with passion and heart. From Jack Tatum to Howie Long to Khalil Mack, the legends of this franchise weren't just great players. They were enforcers of attitude. KYZIR White's name could be next on that list if he lives up to the buzz. He plays every snap like it's personal, which resonates perfectly with the fan base. Sources around the team say his energy in practice is contagious, almost impossible to ignore. He's the first guy in, the last guy out, and he doesn't let anyone slack off in between. That kind of presence can shift locker room dynamics in powerful ways. Younger players like Divine Deablo and Luke Masterson reportedly already look up to him, picking his brain after drills, asking how to read formations better. That mentorship is invaluable, especially in a defense still trying to find its rhythm. If White can keep that energy rolling into the season, it's only a matter of time before the Raiders' defense starts matching the intensity their fans have been begging for. But here's where it gets really interesting. Word around the league is that this signing might have caught a few rival teams off guard. The Chargers, White's former team, didn't see it coming, and there's already chatter that his move to a division rival adds an extra layer of drama to those matchups. Imagine it. KYZIR White facing his old teammates twice a year, calling out plays he used to help design, and making key stops against familiar faces. The storylines practically write themselves. The Raiders-Chargers rivalry was already heated, but this could turn the temperature up another notch. Even the Chiefs and Broncos are paying attention. knowing that the Raiders' defense just got a lot smarter and a lot tougher. It's not just about the stats anymore. It's about the message. The Raiders are tired of being the punchline, tired of hearing about their rebuild. With White anchoring the defense, they're making it clear the rebuild is over and it's time to compete. Rival coaches might not say it publicly, but privately, they know this changes things. Analysts, too, are starting to buy in. ESPN's morning shows have already spent segments debating how much of an impact KYZIR White can make right away. Some say he could be the team's defensive MVP by midseason. Others believe he'll bring the kind of stability that's been missing since the John Gruden era ended. What's clear is that everyone's watching. You can feel the national media's curiosity. They've seen the Raiders make noise before, but there's something different about this move. It's not about splash. It's about substance. This is a player whose tape speaks louder than any press conference. And the best part? He's got that underdog chip on his shoulder. After bouncing between teams, after being underrated for most of his career, he's coming into Vegas with something to prove. That mindset fits the city perfectly. In a place built on bold moves and second chances, KYZIR White just might be the perfect defensive gamble. And if it pays off, the payoff could be massive. Inside the building, though, they're keeping expectations grounded. Coaches are emphasizing chemistry, not just star power. It's not about one man saving the defense. It's about one man leading it. That's a big difference. White's experience allows the Raiders to simplify schemes, trust instincts, and focus on execution. The word discipline has come up repeatedly in team meetings since his signing, and it's no coincidence. He's setting a tone not through speeches but through repetition and effort. Even the offense has noticed. Players have said that practices feel sharper, more competitive, because the defense isn't backing down anymore. That internal competition might be the secret weapon that pushes this team to the next level. You can't fake that kind of shift. It happens organically when leadership meets opportunity, and that's exactly what KYZIR White represents right now. The Raiders might not say it publicly, but internally, they believe they just found their new cornerstone. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Still, this is the NFL, and nothing's guaranteed. Injuries happen, chemistry takes time, and expectations can be heavy. But for now, the vibe in Vegas feels different, hopeful, hungry, and maybe, just maybe, on the verge of something special. The KYZIR White signing isn't just about plugging a hole. It's about building a foundation. It's about bringing back that identity that the Raiders have always been known for: toughness, resilience, and unity. And you can sense that belief trickling through the fan base. Every comment, every post, every podcast is filled with one theme. This could be it. Maybe it's optimism, maybe it's faith, or maybe it's just the feeling that this time things are truly different. The Raiders have a leader who's not afraid to take responsibility, to inspire, and to set the tone for a defense that's been searching for its voice. With KYZIR White now wearing the silver and black, the Raiders might finally have found that missing heartbeat, and the rest of the league is about to feel the impact. And as the lights of Allegiant Stadium shine brighter, all eyes will be on number 8, KYZIR White, the man expected to bring back that intimidating Raiders defense the league once feared. You can almost imagine the roar of the crowd when he steps onto the field for the first home game, the energy pulsing through the stands like electricity. Fans have been starving for a defensive leader who plays with heart, grit, and pride, and White embodies every bit of that. It's not just about making tackles. It's about making statements. When he lines up across from an opponent, there's a sense that something's about to happen. A big hit, a momentum shift, a spark that ignites the entire team. That's the kind of player who changes the tone of a franchise. The Raiders don't just want to win games. They want to win respect, and White is the perfect soldier for that mission. He represents a bridge between the gritty past and the modern NFL. Disciplined but dangerous, vocal but composed, passionate but calculated. The Raiders' identity has always been about fearlessness, and now, with White commanding the defense, that spirit finally feels alive again. Behind the scenes, there's a growing confidence among coaches that this could be one of the best defensive units the Raiders have fielded in years. It's not because they suddenly added a dozen stars, but because KYZIR White's presence is elevating everyone else's play. Teammates have mentioned in interviews that practices feel more purposeful, that even walkthroughs have sharper edge. That's the kind of ripple effect a true leader brings. He's been seen working closely with defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, dissecting plays, identifying weaknesses, and brainstorming ways to disguise blitzes more effectively. It's that level of preparation that separates good players from great ones. The belief now is that if White can anchor the middle and keep everyone disciplined, the Raiders can finally start dictating games instead of reacting to them. For years, opposing offenses have exploited gaps and mismatches. Now, those gaps are closing fast. And when that defense starts to click, when communication, speed, and aggression align, that's when the Raiders will truly be dangerous again. It's no longer a dream. It's a plan in motion, with KYZIR White steering the ship. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.